Well, hello guys, Air123 here, today doing a Spider-Man Far From Home set review. This time, as you can see, it's on the smallest of the wave, the Molten Man battle set. There you can see the front of the box, and then there we can see the back of the box. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start by taking a look at the minifigures. And so starting off here with Spider-Man, of course. This time he is in his stealth suit, I believe. This was in the teaser trailer very briefly. As you can see, get this new kind of web piece, which uses all the new little web pieces to create this kind of bigger web piece that you can simulate him shooting off. And then these can kind of be turned out to change kind of the look of the web. And then he just kind of holds it on that clear piece there. These pieces, I think they're really nice. I think they're going to be very, very useful in years to come for Spider-Man's webbing. I think it was a nice little thing they gave us. They do come in like a little accessory pack. And then the other one he gets is just it's just a little web piece with a clip on the end, so you can kind of simulate him swinging on things. You know, this can just clip onto things and then you can have him swing about. So onto the actual minifigure, there you can see he has a grey torso and there's a lot of black on this as well. I think they've done a nice job of this. So yeah, you can see kind of the greys and blacks. I believe this is like his shield suit or something. You can see the face print there, which is very, very nice. And then there's the back print, of course, also with the second side of his head there. So that's pretty much it for the Spider-Man figure included. And next up here we have Mysterio, I believe is the villain of the movie. As you can see, he comes with two of these blue Power Blast pieces, which really they should be green, but it's not too big of a problem. You know how those work, you just kind of push them in and they will fire out. It doesn't work too well, but it's fine. You can see the torso and relic print, which is very nice. They've definitely kind of stepped up these Marvel figures now, it seems. And as you can see, he has got the dome there, which is very nice. Although I do wish that at least one of these sets they kind of included a face for him, because we just kind of have three identical minifigures of him, all with the dome. But it's fine. Now you can see that is its own piece, which can be taken off and put on any minifigure you want. So you can have Spider-Man like that. And underneath that is just a regular kind of grey face. And he does have this really nice kind of pink purple cape there. I think that's nice, and of course it is in the softer material there. And there you can see his butt detailing, which again looks very nice, even though it is covered up most of the time. So yeah, that is it for Mysterio. Very, very nice minifigure, and obviously this is the cheapest way to get him. And the final minifigure in this set is just a generic firefighter. This is I'm pretty sure this is identical to a Lego City firefighter, only they have swapped out the face with a skin-toned figure rather than a yellow face, of course. You can see it's just that generic face there. And then there you can see his back detailing, of course. I do wish they included Ned in this set instead of this firefighter. It would have been nice to get a figure of Ned. So yeah. And you just get this nice fire extinguisher, which I guess is pretty nice. It's a new build for it, using the old gun piece there and the little red bit on the there. So I guess it's not too bad. But yeah, it's just kind of a generic figure. It doesn't add much to the set. But I guess you can try and freeze the Molten Man, which, speaking of the Molten Man, here it is. This is the Molten Man, of course the main build of the set, in fact the only build of the set. As you can see, has got a very, very, very nice kind of gold and orange and grey colour scheme, which matches with the fire. I'm assuming all of the grey is intended to be like stone. One thing I do really, really like about this is, as you can see, we have got a lot of articulation there. We have got knee articulation, hip articulation, elbow articulation, and shoulder articulation. So in terms of that, this is definitely one of the best kind of mech builds. I guess you can call it a mech if you want to. Definitely one of the best that they've done in recent years. So you know, you can get a lot of poses out of this. Just from that knee articulation, which is something that a lot more things need. As you can see down at the feet, they have got these new printed rock pieces with the gold there. Those are just the same as the old kind of rock pieces, but they have that new print on, which makes them look extra nice. And yeah, they can kind of glow a little bit and give the impression of more heat. and you can see they've built around them quite nicely. And then you can see this side of the foot, and the rest of it is just kind of grey. And again, this is on a ball joint, so the knee can bend backwards and forwards, in fact all the way forwards. You know, you can kind of break his knee if you wanted to. And then the sides of the legs, again, they use the flame pieces, only this time these ones don't have any printing on them, so they are just the basic ones. You can kind of see straight through it there, but it's not too big of a problem. And you can see they've built around that as well. And the legs are both identical, the only difference is the builds are flipped. You can see we've got these long pieces which kind of resemble dripping kind of lava coming off of it, which they do express that very nicely. You can see the torso, he's kind of got this car, the front of a car just kind of hanging off of him there. That can be reposed if you want to. And as you can see, these do break off a little easy, but they just clip on there like so. And you can see he's got more of those orangey rock pieces on his torso there. And turning all the way to the back, you can see they have also got some detailing on the back of him as well. So yeah, using that just one rock piece and then some golden pieces around it, which looks very, very good. And then coming up, we get to the arms. As you can see, we've got that long orange chain hanging down, which again kind of simulates more kind of lava hanging off. And we've got another of these pieces simulating the kind of dripping lava. And coming over to this arm, as you can see, this hand has got 4 fingers, well 3 fingers and a thumb. Just use another one of those printed pieces, and he's kind of got this, just a little bit of a building kind of hanging off of him. And this hand is very nice because, of course, not only do you have all of this articulation, so you can kind of grab hold of Spider-Man and throw him about if you want to, but the other added bonus of that is that using the new kind of web pieces or design they've used, you can just kind of clip Peter on here, and then you can swing him about, and you know, that's kind of what these are intended for. And I really do like that, so you can kind of flip him about all over the creature, and it can also clip onto this little traffic light there as well. So there are a lot of places on this where you can clip him on and have him swing about trying to take it down, I'd assume. So yeah, this traffic light does just kind of rotate up and down, and that is just connected to the upper arm. And again, as I said, lots of articulation in this, so you can get a lot of poses out of this. The other arm, there's kind of the top of the arm there. It does have this little road sign on it, which can be positioned up and down. And then the lower arm has this little street lamp on it, which again positions up and down, and you can kind of clip Peter onto it and have him fly about trying to take down the beast. And then down here we have got this 6-stud shooter, so I guess this is kind of going to be simulating the monster just kind of shooting off some fire. And the way you activate that is you just simply twist it either way you want, but I'm not going to risk losing the bullets, and you know how those work. And then moving up to the face there, you can see they have used this kind of new armor piece on it, and that is a print there which looks very, very nice. You can kind of see the molten rock making up his face, and it is on little ball joints, so that can of course be moved and in every kind of direction you want. And then the shoulders are on these little kind of mixer ball joints there, so they can also be positioned very, very nicely. And so they also allow the arms to be lifted up really, really high, so that is another kind of added bonus. And then they can just kind of move down and be positioned any way you want. And then one last thing on this other arm is we do of course have another of those chains there, kind of representing more kind of dripping lava or magma, whatever it is. And then of course on his back he's got another kind of piece of a building hanging off that you can just kind of grab and use to lift him about and have him wreak havoc on everything. So yeah, that's basically all there is to the Molten Man creature or set itself. So now that that's out of the way, now we can go on to the final ratings for the set. And just quickly before we get onto the ratings, taking a look at the instructions, you can see the front, same as the front of the box. We get straight into the build. And then the advertisements, we have an advertisement for the 3 Spider-Man Far From Home sets. I will be reviewing all of these as you have seen the speed builds already. So yeah, look out for those coming soon. And then just a advertisement for the Marvel Superheroes 2 game. So overall, onto the ratings for this set, I'm going to have to give this set a 9. This is definitely a very, very good set. My only real problem is with this firefighter. I think it would have been really, really nice if they gave us Ned instead. Just, you know, because they've given us MJ in one of the sets, so why not give us Peter's best friend as well? But other than that, I don't really have too many problems. Mysterio is a great figure, the new Spider-Man is a great figure, and it's nice that both of them are in a cheap set, because they could have just gone the easy way and put the Homecoming Spider-Man suit in this set instead of the stock jet. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this. Definitely recommend it. It is a great build, one of the best kind of mech slash giant creature builds in recent years. And yeah, that's all there is for this review. So if you enjoyed, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.